It can be really easy to become discouraged when you're dealing with injury or sickness or just a blatant lack of time, to the point that you just don't want to do anything in the house and it just gets worse and worse and worse. So in today's video, I want to show you that I have actually started a list of things that take me 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and 20 minutes, so that when I am feeling that way, I can look at that list, decide how much energy or time I have in me, and grab one of those things and do it. And boy, when you feel that productivity starting to go through you again, it's just so much easier to either keep going or rest and then pick another one of those tasks. Hello and welcome to my home. If you're new here, my name is Karen and I am joining Sunday Dawn from the Helpful Home and her Tiny Tidy team. And I'm coming to you with a 5-minute tiny tidy, a 10-minute, a 15-minute, and a 20-minute to give you an example that when you list out a bunch of tiny tidies and you're feeling discouraged and that you don't have much gas in the tank, you can just go after whichever one of those suits your needs for that day. So let's get going. For my 5-minute chore, I chose my kitchen tool drawer. As you can see, it's pretty dirty and it definitely needed to be cleaned out. I have been noticing it for many days, I have to admit, and so it was finally time to tackle it. And isn't it so funny, some of the things that we procrastinate, once we get started on them, it really does not take long at all, which is why I love making the list, so that I kind of have figured out ahead of time how much time it's really going to take. And some of the things I don't know, I'm actually timing myself doing them. So I decided to get out my Dyson vacuum and vacuum up all the dirt and crumbs. And that way it was much easier to wipe out without trying to wipe out dirt and crumbs, which is actually pretty hard to do. They just get all mixed up with that moisture. This was a very tiny tidy, but every time I open that drawer now, I am just so happy to see it all nice and clean. It's amazing what a mood lifter that can be. And then as I'm shutting the drawer, I notice a little bit of gunk on the drawer, so I'm just taking care of that in about 30 seconds. My 10-minute tidy is to go through and file mail and such, and why there is an air freshener in with the mail, I have no idea. Now what I'm supposed to be doing is going through the mail when it comes in the house and throwing away things that are obvious, setting aside actionables. I have another little spot I put those, and then putting things that need to be filed in this box if I don't have time. But this had really gotten out of hand, so there's a lot of trash in here. So I am setting behind me things that are actionable as well as a pile of things that can be shredded or thrown away. So there are two piles going on behind me that will be super easy to deal with. The actionables go in another file for my husband and I to go through. And then of course, things that need to be shredded or thrown away, that can be taken care of quite quickly. What I did here actually was I set a timer for 10 minutes and decided I'm only spending 10 minutes on this. And then if I decided to do another 10 minutes at another time, then I could set a timer for that again. But pretty much I had gotten through everything I needed to go through in the 10 minutes. And then there are a few things on the bottom there that should not be even in that box. And I'm going to have that as a separate tidy. With a 15-minute tiny tidy, I felt like I could actually do some decluttering, and as you can see, this drawer really needed it. I'd had food coloring that leaked out on top of some sprinkles, and it actually leaked inside. I had to get rid of that. And since it is just one drawer, I knew I could handle emptying the whole thing onto my kitchen island here so that I could go through everything and get it decluttered. This drawer is just a great demonstration that you can be decluttering all the time, but you need to just keep making the rounds around your house and redoing it, because I'm noticing that there are things where there's half a package of matches and another half a package of matches that can be combined. There were some cupcake wrappers that had gotten damaged that need to be thrown out. Then there could be things that have expired you need to get rid of. And for me, I keep my holiday things in my basement. I have a box just for that. So I would be putting the Valentine heart ice with the winter stuff, and I would be putting Christmas decor with Christmas stuff, you know, the jimmies, and I even had a Halloween cookie cutter in there. So all those things go in my seasonal boxes in my basement, and those boxes are already labeled. It's just as we have been doing things and going through each holiday, we haven't been doing a good job of putting the things back. And then I had some skewers that we had used for our outdoor fire last year. They really weren't long enough. I just need to get some new ones because we had lost ours. We took them somewhere, didn't bring them back, and I got everything emptied out and categorized. And so now I am cleaning the container that it all goes in with my Dawn Power Wash. I love this stuff. It took the food coloring stain right off the bottom without a hitch. In fact, I've also noticed that when you have Rubbermaids that have tomato stains in them, it takes that off really, really well. All those curry and spaghetti sauce stains. But I'm putting everything back in now. This was really me making a decision on what do I want to be in this box, and then I am dealing with the rest afterwards. So I'm getting my drawer vacuumed out. Now, on another day, I might have really taken the time to wipe it down. It wasn't that bad. It didn't really seem to need that. And I'm trying really hard to stick to my 15 minutes. So I wasn't going to do anything extra. So isn't that so much better than what you saw at the beginning? And now it is just a matter of getting rid of that scale because I already have one. So that is a definite declutter. And then putting away the trash and putting away everything that needs to go down in the basement, and that is going to be a separate chore that I'm actually going to give someone else.
Clearer. Trying to fly 'cause I'm light as a feather, but I can't hide, I get low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine, but I get out, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought I wouldn't jump, oh what a fool. But if I fall, I would get up.
For my 20-minute big chore, I have chosen to reorganize the pantry. It's a real mess. So what I'm doing here is I'm giving it a zhuzh. You know, I'm not going to be taking everything out, going through everything. If I see something obvious, of course I'm going to deal with it. But I am literally saying I'm spending 20 minutes in here and setting a timer. Now, when I say to set a timer, if you're the type of person that you're going to be working at a feverish pitch to try to get a 30-minute task in 20 minutes, I would not suggest starting a timer. But if you're the type of person who, when you need to stop, you don't stop, that's the kind of person who needs a timer, and I tend to be that person. So I like to start a timer because when 20 minutes is up, I'm done. It's calling it good. And I might do these also in my refrigerator oftentimes. I will be just rearranging things, getting them neater, and then kind of wiping around everything, wiping the edges. I'm not really trying to do a deep refrigerator clean, but it makes everything just look a lot nicer until I can do a deep clean. So that's basically what I'm doing here in my pantry. You know, different people are putting away the groceries. I have certain places that I want things, and I find it a lot easier when things are kept in their categories. So that is 99% of what I'm doing here. So yes, did I find 2 Quaker oats and I combined them? I did. And when I do combine them, I combine them into the canister that has the shortest expiration window. That way I know I'm not keeping expired foods. And I do that when I'm pretty confident that it's all going to get eaten in time. If I wasn't confident, I might keep them separate. Oh, and that's some Christmas candy canes. Yeah, this really needed to be done. So yeah, if I had something that I was worried would not get eaten in time if I combined it, then I would keep them separated and hide the one with the longer expiration date. And this, my friends, is the pieces to a gingerbread house. Oh yes, so Christmas was still living in the pantry. Also, I realized we just bought chia seeds and I had 2 other packages of chia seeds. It just kills me when I do that. Now that everything is all organized in the pantry, I'm actually taking out a bag of groceries that I didn't think would fit in the pantry. I thought we'd have to store them with our overflow food storage in the basement, but now that I have things organized, they're going to fit in there just fine. I also was at about 15 minutes and I knew it would only take about 5 minutes to put those groceries away, so it just was so much easier to do it right in the moment.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. Trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today.
Here at This Mainer Mom, I love to do a lot of decluttering, organizing, and cleaning, and a little bit of decor thrown in there too. I'm really trying to help you to create a home you love, because I believe that when we create a home we love, it honestly fuels a life we can love. If that sounds good to you, and if you're enjoying this video, then I would invite you to go ahead and hit the subscribe button, click on the little bell, and hit all notifications so that YouTube will let you know whenever I upload a new video. My friends in the comments section and I have worked really hard to provide a positive, encouraging atmosphere, and we would love for you to be a part of it.
I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke, and I will try to fix what has been broken and take this weight off.
What tiny tidies can you do today? Let me know in the comments section below, and as always, remember that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.